Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I'm just going to get started with dealing with this influence issue. Am I going to do it by abandoning some of my diplomatic pacts? Freaking absolutely not. Italy, get rivaled. Our relations with Italy are not good. So, they're rivaling us, we're rivaling them. It is what it is. We improved relations with them for a long time, and they didn't like it. So, oh, interesting. We need a port in Eastern New Guinea. First things first. Oh, man, we got oil in Eastern New Guinea and rubber. Wonderful. And then there are a bunch of things goofed up in Panama. I think we are short on... Oh, no, it's turmoil. It's turmoil is the problem in Panama. Alright, well, fair enough. The middle stratum is impoverished, and everybody is angry. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to, we're definitely going to need to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Things will get better over the course of improving things. What if we just incorporated it? It'll take 5 years. One of a Central American culture which shares the European cultural heritage. Oh, okay. Alright. So these are... Afro-Caribbeño... No. Afro-Caribbeño is not accepted. Colombian... But Colombian and Central American are. So, yeah, let's go ahead and incorporate Panama. Interesting. It's going to cost us some bureaucracy, but we're about to put together some more government administration, so that shouldn't be that much of an issue. And in terms of buildings, we should reset production methods here. I completely forgot. And I don't have any railways or anything like that, so I don't need electricity here yet, but it's definitely something that should be on the docket. In fact, let's go ahead and queue in a power plant. Alright. Yeah, the devastation there is really rough. I wonder, I wonder how that could have happened. Devastation's really rough and businesses are unprofitable. Interesting. Great Britain colonized Botswana. Yeah, they're continuing to colonize. I gotta make sure that I continue to move forward in terms of my colonization of Africa. And there's pasteurization. So, this is gonna help us deal with Pebrine. So let's figure out where we've got Pebrine. Provence has Pebrine. Rhône has Pebrine. Okay, it's just Provence and Rhône. So, in order to deal with that, we need... Oh, actually, I can keep the one on... I could put a consumption tax on cars. I can't believe we're selling more cars than liquor. Incredible. But everyone likes cars, so let's do it. Are cars hyper expensive? They're really not. They're... Oh, no. It's just I haven't sorted the thing yet. I feel like we can produce, actually, more cars. I'm tempted. Let's put some of our bigger ones on automobile production. We'll do 2. And that'll significantly increase the car supply over time. So. Okay, alright. So now we need some encourage agriculture. decrees. And I think that alright, so I think we've got pasteurization. So I think once there'll be maybe an event that'll give us the solution, and then this will start ticking, and then we'll be good to go. So I think that is going to be all there is for the Pebrine epidemic, which I'm feeling pretty pleased about. So what else is on the agenda? We don't have any infamy, but we've got quite a few protectorates that we could downgrade. New Grenada is still in a truce with us for another 3 years. Britain is improving relations. I don't know what that's about, but let's see. IT, Hawaii, Liberia, Switzerland, Tahiti. Yeah, we can turn Liberia into a dominion. Let's do it. They will accept. Perfect. And where is a good target for expansion? Could turn Ecuador into a protectorate. Let me see actually how much it's going to take to turn New Grenada into a protectorate, because that's an ultimate goal. Okay, it's still 34.3. So that's not going to be viable. Mexico wants a trade agreement? Sure. That's fine with me. Rubber Rush event. This place seems to be the most effective. That's right. Yeah, Britain seems to have kind of outrun us in a lot of Southeast Asia, so we may need to have some wars about that eventually. Well, that's right. I never did end up going to Cambodia. We've got higher production methods for our barracks now, so let's take a look at what the kind of viability of going to war against Dai Nam. So they have skirmish infantry and a regular infantry here. Skirmish here. And skirmish and a regular here. Portugal's embargoing us. Very silly of them. The root of the problem. Following research into the nature of Pebrine, here we go, this is going to be that event. We've successfully discovered both the fungus that is the cause of the disease and a method to prevent it from spreading through silkworm farms. We're now capable of applying the discovered methods to clear our farms of the infection. It is created there again by the bad seeds that are prepared there, or that are imported there, and the day when we raise in the locality of the great culture only seeds deprived of corpuscles, Anglo-Canadian mass migration, that's cool. Almost all generations there will be guaranteed against Pebrine and will become, not to mention, consider that this disease, clear to reproduce. We are once more at the fore of world science. Discover it, 10% prestige, or share the cure with other affected nations. Great Britain's pretty low, but staying ahead is important. And improving relations is also good. I'm going to share the cure with other affected. Can I see what other places have been affected? Hold on, I know there's a way. Silk plantations. So these are the areas that could be affected. So let's take a look here. Campania does not have Pebrine. Lazio has Pebrine. Tuscany has Pebrine. Lombardy does not, but Venetia does. I think getting obligations from Austria and Italy would be useful, so we'll share the cure. Now, I think at this point Dai Nam is a reasonable target. It'll be 24 infamy to take them as a protectorate. I think we'll probably do it. They do have a defensive pact with Portugal, and Cambodia is their tributary, but I don't see that as an issue. I think Portugal is is not a country I'm deeply concerned about. Great Britain is cooperative, which is interesting. Is Great Britain still Portugal's overlord? No. Portugal's independent now. Alright, let's do this. They will not accept. Of course not. Alright, so we'll mobilize our armies. I think we'll put the second corps in Indonesia. And we'll take Escadre de la Méditerranée and put them over there, and we'll do a naval invasion. That'll be the battle plan. For now. We could sway Britain. Interesting. Interesting that Britain would step in on this. Cambodia is extremely likely to side with their overlords. That's not shocking to me. I'm not really concerned about Cambodia. I'm not really concerned about most of the countries in this overall zone from an opinion perspective. China getting in it is relatively concerning, but it doesn't look like they have much interest in backing either side. So I think we'll be safe from that. We'll see how things go. Oh, now I'm pretty low on cash. I'm still on low taxes. I could bump up taxes. Got plenty of reserve, though. No, I think going to middle taxes is the right call in this situation. There's a war on. There's a war on. It makes good sense to tax. Taxation just makes good sense. Maybe we'll send the 5th French Army as a follow-on force, and maybe we'll send the Northern Fleet, and maybe we'll double up on naval invasions. So, what does Britain want? Oh, Britain is no longer interested. That's okay. That's completely okay. Oh, I was just taking a sip of water and I finished colonizing the Congo. So I think I might have access to a new colonial zone. No, I do not, but I'm close. Kasai is very near to our border here, and Bakongo is also. Britain's trying to annex Mysore. Probably they'll cede it to the Raj, but we'll find out. Meanwhile, there is a communist uprising in Aotearoa, which is over here. Just seeing if I can get myself a... I might step in on this anyway, just for the sake of being a proper reactionary anti-communist. What do the force comparisons look like? Communists have 1 battalion. The government has none. A presidential oligarchy. Oh, they're doing an ethno-state. I don't much care for that. Not in the ethno-states business. Ah, the radicals are revolting in Hesse Castle. Wonderful. Perhaps they'll overthrow the communists. Are they also doing a communism? No, they're not. If I weren't in the middle of doing my own thing in Southeast Asia, I would intervene in that. So, we'll just go ahead and declare neutrality on this. Hesse Castle will do the same. Russia is facing a liberal revolt in Finland. I could offer to support them, but I don't think they need my help. 2 arms. So there's the war with Dai Nam popping off. We've got Second Corps here. So let's go ahead and do a naval invasion. Oh, 5th French Army needs another leader. Let's see. We got a defensive strategist, a jingoist, a charismatic jingoist. Yeah. Emmanuel de Polignac. We'll give you some promotions. Historically, having jingoists in control of the Catholic Church has been good for us. We have been exporting luxury furniture to Dai Nam, so that should be... This will be disrupted, but I'm sure it'll be fine in good time. In the meantime, we have a Japanese fleet coming to visit. And the battle is going well overall. Pretty pleased with this. Excellent. Bobangi diplomatic play. Well, sorry, 5th French Army, you're needed elsewhere. Perfect, so that's a victory. We are 38% landing progress. I think we've got landing craft discovered at this time, so we're not suffering from any issues involving landings. That's in military. Yes, we do. Where is it? It's over here. Yes, we got landing craft. Got another battle happening in Western Mekong. Once again, we are experiencing success in the warplace. Dai Nam is fighting well, though. This is an historical colonization campaign, although I don't know when it happened. I think it certainly happened before 1900, because I'm almost certain France was holding this territory prior to World War I. Sweden sides with Hanover. What's going on between Hanover's suffering a revolt by the capitalists? Fair enough. Fair enough, Hanoverian capitalists. I don't know why I said that. I don't identify with the Hanoverian capitalist cause. We believe in traditionalist, aristocratic rule. Rubber Rush in Panama, this place seems to be most effective. And that is a successful naval invasion, so that puts our armies on the front up here, and the rest should be just smooth sailing. How are things going in Panama? Turmoil... American access. We still not have a port? Did I not build a port? I didn't build a port. That was really smart, friends. I'm so smart. Such a smart man. Cars are still crazy expensive. You know what? We'll do one of the big ones. In fact, we might do all of them. There's no way it's going to be... Cars are still crazy expensive. Everyone wants a car. Man can sell a car. Oh, we've got a new production method for oil rigs. Hold on. What? So combustion engine derrick produces less oil, uses less coal, uses engines instead of transportation. That's confusing. I'm gonna do it, but because I think that's right. But it's still weird. Why is going to publicly traded gonna reduce the... That's madness. Oh my gosh, I never switched over to steam-powered whaling or fishing ships. That was dumb. I'm dumb. I did it for fishing, but not for whaling. It's okay. That's okay, these things happen. Tonkin is the capital, so they don't have war support they still have war support protection, I think, until we take the capital. Yeah, there we go. Which is fine. We can absolutely take the capital. Uprising in La Plata by the Mapuche. This country. Okay. Alright, nothing to be done about that. Sikkim Proletarian Revolt. Sikkim is... where? Over here. Yep, nothing to be done about that. Got another oil event. Encourage this trend. Oil is the future. And then fireside chat. King Henri de Bourbon has decided to use the new and exciting radio technology to connect more directly with the people. It's like he's there in the room with me. It's hard not to be convinced. It should express authority. I would love extra authority. 15%, oh, that's so good. Or it should make us look good to interest group approval for the landowners. I don't particularly desire interest or need interest group approval from the landowners, so it should express authority. Yeah, it's a barrel full of authority. We'll throw in our new consumption tax. Everyone loves buying cars. It's bananas. All right. We have officially won the war. Not yet, but it's very soon. It's a very soon situation. We got a bunch of infamy out of it, but, you know, that's to be expected. And there's the peace treaty. Let's grab our navies and pull them back to France. And our other war is also essentially finished, so we'll let that go. Now, if we go after Siam, relations with them are good. They have some vassals and tributaries. I could still turn them into a protectorate, so let's... Britain is damaging relations with them, so I might be able to get a protectorate by... If Britain goes after them in some meaningful way. Might be able to get them to accept protectorate status that way. There's the end of the war. Let's drop taxes back down to low. Get ourselves a little bit of extra legitimacy. I love those sweet, sweet ticking loyalists. This is really rough. There's so many radicals. Well, that's actually not that many radicals. We're doing pretty okay on radicals, truth be told. How's Panama doing now? Okay, turmoil's going down. They have the infrastructure. And there's the Pebrine epidemic completed. With our diligent effort on the part of both our scientists and the silkworm farmers who applied the solution, our silk industry has recovered from the Pebrine epidemic affecting it. Our new knowledge of the cause of the disease will benefit us for many years to come. Finally, the cells were filled once again with cocoons, the worms within unwittingly undergoing the metamorphosis that would soon be cut short by a bath of boiling water. A worker passed between the racks of wooden cells, the shadow of stress almost removed from his brow. So, uprising. Let me just quickly send the 5th French Army to deal with that. Of his brow. His list of tasks had been lengthened, of course, and his pay raised only fractionally, but it was certainly better than not having a job at all. A toast to our scientists, 20% interest group strength and approval to the intelligentsia, or reactivate our silk industries, there is no time to waste. 15% silk plantations throughput for 5 years, and both of them remove the Pebrine debuff. So we'll do the second one. I don't want to strengthen the intelligentsia. Let's get producing silk again. And we're still exporting tons and tons of silk. Let's do a quick pass through our trade routes and make sure that we don't have a bunch that are unprofitable. Our export route of tea to Austria is not profitable. This one is sending coffee to Persia. That's deeply unprofitable. Sending steamers to Austria, not profitable. Sending wine to Russia, not profitable. Explosives to Spain. Grain to Russia. Coffee to Benin. Steel to Austria. We're sending clothing to Russia. That one's close. I'm going to keep that one. And steel to Spain is... that one can go. Anything that's kind of borderline, I'm going to keep. Obviously, anything with a high volume is generally going to be extremely productive. We're bringing in a lot of hardwood from Russia. I don't think we need that much hardwood. Got a rubber rush event. I'm going to do the same thing I always do. In fact, I think... we can almost surely... we've got power in North Africa. We could definitely turn these into electric sawmills. Is that everything? Tunisia, we can definitely electrify those ones. Fez and El Rif, absolutely. And Guyana we have some, and Savoy as well. It's only Guinea. Guinea's the only place we've got lumber mills that are not electrified. Interesting. So we've actually got a method to use more transportation to reduce labor costs, which I am inclined to do. Let's do it and see how that's impacted. We'll do steam donkeys as well. Let's do that and see how the transportation market has been impacted. Good. Guinea is good. Arif is good. All right, we're actually doing fine. Transportation is needed in Panama, obviously. Wasn't even thinking about it. Doesn't my urban center produce at least some? It does, but only a tiny amount. All right, well, let's get ourselves... oh, we got a railway under construction already. Brilliant. The public sector strikes again. Guatemalan religious revolt. I should have tried to get in on this, but I did not. Sadly. The sadness level is extreme. I could have potentially gotten a protectorate. Let me see if I can reduce the prices of some of these higher-end goods. So telephones are still crazy expensive. Paper is crazy expensive, and rubber is crazy expensive. I know I can build rubber plantations, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Let's see. Guinea's got a lot of labor and infrastructure available. We'll just fill her up. Senegal, same thing. That should be enough rubber. What else? What else? What else? What else? Glass. Glass is hyper pricey. Glass is really, really pricey. Gosh. How pricey is porcelain? Not much. Alright, so we can solve that by putting more of our glassworks into prioritizing glass production. Long duck, and we'll do the small ones. How does that go? Alright, porcelain's doing better. Glass is still extremely expensive. Yeah, it's really the amount of construction that I'm doing. That's bananas. Oh, that's right, because houseware plastics exists. So there's a higher production method for glass that I could be using that I'm currently not. Oop, not this one. I'm going to put the Provence ones over to prioritizing glass production as well. And then we'll let the others be for now. But actually, now that I'm saying it, let me see. How much labor does Normandy have available? Quite a bit. So we'll throw another 10 levels of glassworks into Normandy to make that more productive. Britain is going after Memoir. That's a cool flag. You're in here. A crescent moon, a probably full moon, and a punching dagger. Rad. And then down here, there's the war in Dar al-Kuti, not concerning myself with that. And then over here we've got a revolt in Bahrain, a religious revolt in Bahrain. But would anyone be okay with becoming a subject? Bahrain is not pleased with France, but it is what it is. Oh, I need to improve relations with Dai Nam. Completely forgot. Relations are bad with Dai Nam, and they're loyal. They're not rebellious, but relations could be better. On the other hand, if I left relations bad, I could force them to transfer Cambodia in 5 years, which would be fun. Oh no, I think Cambodia will get transferred automatically when I turn them into a puppet, so that should be fine. Unless they become free. You're still technically a tributary. You're fine as a tributary. You're doing okay. Ooh. Oh, there's a bunch of rubber in Southeast Asia now. Wonderful. And there's the submarine unlocked. So, I think at this point, it's a good time to add some submarines to my fleets. Now, I can't upgrade monitors to destroyers, I don't think. Let's throw some more light ships in, and we'll put together some dedicated fleets. This is the 3rd French fleet. Escadre de la Méditerranée. We need... Okay, we've got torpedo boats listed as the primaries under light ships here. We'll switch those over to monitors, and then I think... Right, that's right. We got everybody on monitors. Because torpedo boats are light ships. Oh, interesting. I think what I'm going to do is take Escadre du Nord and build them up into a convoy raiding fleet. Yeah, and then we'll throw a bunch of submarines in there. And then Escadre du Nord will be really good at that. And maybe I'll remember that they are, and maybe I will not. Let's do... And we'll do small submarine squadrons for our other fleets as well. Oh my gosh, I've got a ton of labor available in Poitou-Saint-Ange. It's a good place to build up industry. Actually, how is my labor market? About 500,000 unemployed people. That's not too much. Or half a million. That's not as many as it could be. Let me see. I'm spending about 6K on welfare payments, which is completely reasonable. Medical Holstein has popped up. Ooh, a rebellion in the Qasimid state. Shame that I cannot intervene. And there's rebellion in Perak. 5th French Army's work is never done, friends. Either of these countries want to be a subject? No? Are you sure? You sure seem like you could use a little bit of good old-fashioned absolute monarchy. Return to monarchy. Alright. This war, I think I can actually finish. There we go. Got it. Oh, I think I've got... a new place I can colonize. Western New Guinea. Oh! I have access to colonizing Western New Guinea. Wonderful. Yeah, I got a tiny bit of Western New Guinea. Official nationality. So interesting. I've completed religion, autocracy, nationality, which is a thing that normally you only get if you're at the start of the game for autocratic nations. The state policy of religion, autocracy, and nationality has become the ubiquitous ideology of the French people. There are few who dare question the absolute authority of the king. In a state where love for kings and devotion to the throne are based on the native characteristics of the people, where there are laws of the fatherland and firmness in administration, all efforts of the ill-intentioned will be vain and insane. All hail the king. Henri de Bourbon becomes popular. He's on death's door. I'm not going to do that. The French people are supreme. 5% of French pops become more loyalist. 20% extra assimilation for 20 years. Or the Catholic Church shows us the way. 60% of clergymen become loyalist. We get 20% conversion bonuses. I'm going to go with the second one. This is going to be a hefty sum of loyalists. Yeah, there we go. That is excellent. Bananas, the number of loyalists we got there. I'm going to declare neutrality in both of these diplomatic plays, because neither of them impacts anything. Alright. Getting those glassworks built, and now we're getting these naval bases constructed. So that will be a nice, strong expansion to our ability to project power. Also, this will strengthen our ability to do naval invasions by making our navies larger. Trade route removed. Hardwood to... Stop it. By the hedge. Well. Oh, the hedge is in the middle of a revolt. Well, okay. We'll at least take a look. I am going to sign out pretty soon, but we'll at least take a look. They don't wish to become a subject. I wonder why. And there's a fascist revolt in Norway. What kind of fascism are you doing, Norway? Universal suffrage monarchy, no workers' rights, child labor allowed, racial segregation, state atheism. Well, can't have state atheism. This is a polite society. What would you give me for support, Sweden? A trade agreement? Perhaps I could be persuaded. Sweden, what's your position in things? You're a technocratic monarchy. Well, it's very modern, this technocratic monarchy. But what about Norway? What's the government you're restoring in Norway? Universal suffrage monarchy, interventionism, mercantilism, per capita taxation, bureaucrats, National Guard. A reasonable country. Not ideal, but reasonable. Sweden. We'll offer you support. They said yes. We'll send the 3rd Army Corps. With that having been said, it is time for us to be done. I've had fun, friends. I hope you've had fun as well. And I will see you all on the other side.